I am Maureen Chevalier with Culture Kitchen. I am a self-taught home cook, and today we'll be making seafood hash. Okay, so we've washed all our veggies, and now we're gonna take the red potato and start chopping. You wanna make sure your thumb is on the inside and your hand is curled around the base of the knife. You wanna sort of curl your fingers around the base like this and chop. So next we're gonna chop our peppers. I love red peppers. I am a self-taught cook. Growing up, I was sort of like in charge of peeling the garlic and mashing it up, and that was my only job. So when I moved to New York and was able to like get into my own space, that's when I started to really dive into cooking. There was a lot of mistakes in the beginning, but over the years I've been able to sort of like master and like really own the dishes that I make and really cook with love. I mean, that's what it's really all about, is like cooking in the spirit of love. So that's why I love cooking. First, I start out by chopping off the ends, removing the skin. So I'm actually cutting these onions long ways, but you can chop them however you wish. So now that the onions are chopped, we're gonna move over to our pot. We're gonna add oil and sort of get this thing going. So now you're gonna take your olive oil, do something like that. That's about 1 tablespoon. My heat right now is at like a medium heat level. So we're gonna add in our potatoes once that heats up, and then we're gonna move on to our peppers and our onion to follow it up. A little salt situation, just a little pepper. Yeah, that's the sound you want to hear. So now we're going to cover her for 5 minutes. So there's nothing really happening right now once this is covered, so we can start cleaning up. Little peaks here and there. So make sure she's good. But you want to also make sure you want to get a nice crisp at the bottom. Like that, look at that, look at that, like that. Okay, so we're gonna prepare our orange sour. So we're gonna come over here and chop our orange and our lime. Take our handy dandy contraption here. Makes getting the juice out of limes much simpler. I'm doing it by hand. There you go, get all of that in there, all of it. Cut them in quarters. Get all that juice in there. So sour orange is used in a lot of Caribbean cooking and in Asian dishes as well. It's sort of like if you want an acidity added to your dish. So you can actually substitute this for lemon. Now I'm adding the sour orange to my shrimp. Just let it. You want to let it marinate for a little bit. I would say 10 minutes. Just let it sit in there. Okay. Check on the potatoes. See how they're doing. Yeah, there you go. Let me add this first. Look how beautiful this looks. So you want to have this saute for about 15 minutes. So as that is going, we have our sour orange and our shrimp. And actually go ahead and add in some of this crab meat. Look at this crab meat, by the way. I'm going to go ahead and add about a half of this to start. I wish you could smell this. It smells so good. So good. So good. So now I'm going to actually add some garlic to this. And this is just some garlic powder. I'm gonna actually add some fresh garlic too. You always want to use fresh garlic. And powdered garlic is sort of like an additive. The fresh garlic is a must. And I love the smell of fresh garlic. Oh, it smells so good. Just mincing these guys up. Now don't worry if you're seeing that your potato is starting to stick at the bottom. I call it the good stuff, the gunk. That nice like browned garlic and onion and peppers, all that good stuff. And it's good to use a wooden spoon when you're working with a cast iron. You don't want like a metal or anything like that. You don't want to scrape up your cast iron. You want your cast iron to last for like years. If you can smell this right now, my goodness, so good. I'm gonna let this cook down for a little bit longer, but before I leave it alone completely, I do want to add some Maureen'S. Very important that you have this in your cupboard. So before I get started on my shrimp, I'm actually gonna have a lovely assistant. Hey girl! So Giovanna's actually gonna get started on the biscuits as I continue on with the shrimp. Thank you so much, Giovanna.
Yeah,
appreciate it.
You're welcome.
You're getting in there. Get in there, girl. Get in there. Yes. Yes. Need that dough. Yes. Need that dough.
Needed. I love touching dough anyway. It feels good on the hands. It's like a massage.
Potatoes look about done. Now I'm going to put them in this bowl so we can get our shrimp going. If you have your wooden spoon, you can go ahead and just start scraping stuff up. So, scraping all that goodness up. All right, so we're gonna add some more heat to this pot. Right now, this is at a low setting. You wanna turn it up just a little bit. I would say medium heat to low heat. Add in your olive oil, because you want that shrimp to sizzle for 2 to 3 minutes. Pop that out, throw the crab meat in as well. So you actually wanna season your shrimp and your crab meat. Some salt, the Maureen'S, once again, if you know, you know. Maureen'S there, a little pepper. Garlic is always a good idea. So you can start mixing that up a little. You mainly want to get the shrimp on. Obviously, since it's mixed, you'll get a little crab on the shrimp, but don't worry about that. You want to focus on getting more shrimp than crab. Just a tip, you always want to make sure that it's hot. The pot is very, very hot, so you can just get it on, flip it. You can actually see that it's starting to change color once it's done.
So basically, you're just gonna take your dough once you fully mix it together. You're gonna take it and you're gonna knead it out until we get a nice thickness to cut out your biscuits.
Look at that, perfect.
I'll cut them out and then I'll just pull this back. Unless they come out like that. See, we still have a lot of dough, so I would normally just go like this and like take it apart around the biscuits. And then I would use this to make some more biscuits. That's what I would do. Waste not, want not. I don't think that is actually the saying. I think I said it wrong. That's okay.
That sounds right to me.
Thank you, girl. You're gonna pop these babies on, throw them in the oven at 350. Okay, we have this extra rando, so he's gonna go right there.
Yeah.
Just gonna be like that. Boom! Look at that! Oh my God, homemade biscuits.
All right, so we just flipped our shrimp and we have a really nice brown on here. We're gonna go in and add our crab meat. Since this was canned crab meat, it does not need to cook so long, so I'm gonna go ahead and let it sit for, I would say, 5 minutes. So we're gonna go back and add our potato back to this lovely pot over here. Show you everything else. So we're prepping to do our eggs over easy. I have 1 egg here. Same thing, you want to wait until this gets to a nice hot temperature. There's a little water here in this bowl, and I'm going to use this to cover the egg once I crack it over, and that's going to keep all of the moisture in. Yeah, exactly, that was the word. Yeah. Perfect, look at that. Reduce my heat to low. And this is about, I would say, 1 tablespoon of water in there. We're going to quickly cover that. I'm going to cook it for 1 minute with this bowl on top. I'm just going to pop this guy up. And voila. Season with salt and pepper. Little garlic, which we have. And we're ready to plate and serve.
So now you're just gonna go in. Look at these babies, they're all ready to go. Oh my God. But look at that. Come on.
That's so good.
Love me some biscuits and hash, okay? We're gonna have it with the lovely Trade Street jam. This plum rose, yummy, yummy jam. It's good?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.